Okay guys, so we're back again, and this time we're going to show how I paint leopard skin. The first colour that we're going to put down is orange brown, Villaggio orange brown. And you might go, oh my goodness, that is very, very bright. And you'll be right, it is. But in the end there'll be virtually none of this showing. Okay, we'll just turn it around. And as I said, even though I attached the riders, I don't know if I would on these ones with the leopard skin. Just it makes it that much harder to actually put the detail in. It's like bright, bright, bright. But as we go along, you'll see why I've done this. So if any of you guys out there have also purchased these figures, it would be quite nice to know what you guys have been up to, or whether you're actually waiting to see. Hopefully I've put them in a good light, because yeah, they are nice figures. I've really enjoyed painting them. I was just thinking today that I'm not sure if I'll actually finish base them, because I'm still working on my Greek army, and I'm thinking I might like to base them all together as an army, so I get all the basing right. So there might not be any shots of this actually completed on bases. But that's alright, we can work with it, can't we? Well, I hope you can. Sure, I can still get some good shots. I just noticed in here I haven't actually painted it in here between the tail, so I'll have to go back and do that. So yeah, a very, very bright orange brown, and that is my first coat for the leopard skin. So we'll stop it there. Okay, so we're back again now doing the leopard skin. The first colour was orange brown. The next colour to do is black. So we're doing like black spots, just irregular black spots over the orange. And you might go, well, the orange still looks really orange, but there's not going to be a lot of orange left when we're finished. Okay, just about there. It's not something I've done a lot of, these leopard skins. Okay. So Simple as that. That's the next step. Black spots on there. Now I should really let that dry before I do the next bit, so we'll just turn the camera back off. Okay, so we're going on to our next colour, and that is yellow ochre. Yellow ochre. So it's Villaggio 913, and we're now going to go over the orange. Now, what I suggest here is that you don't go from all the same angles. So, you know, going around, you might come some down, some across. And we're just going to fill in all these all these orange areas. See that, hopefully. I haven't done this very often. I've only done a couple, so I'm learning with you. But you soon start to see how the orange base works with this yellow ochre. I'm just kind of doing small lines really, because we know that obviously a leopard skin isn't flat, so if you paint it flat, it's just not going to look right. There we go, I'll pull it back over this way. In a different direction there. Obviously painting around the black. I'm even going to do, so I've gone that way, I've gone horizontally. I'm just going to try the odd bit going the other way just to have a look. I wouldn't do too many, just the odd crossy bit. Okay. Do need to possibly fill it in a little bit more than I have. Start to get the idea. Just move it back in a bit for you. So I have put a little bit of water in here, but at the same time, if you put too much water in, then you'll get a dull colour. So you've got to put in just enough in that it flows, so you can get your smallish lines, but you want it still to be strong enough. Let's just see if we've missed any, which we have just in there. Okay, so that's that. Now the next colour is supposed to be flat brown, but guess what? I don't have any flat brown today, so I'm going to substitute that for flat earth. And what I'm going to do is, in the black, I'm going to try and do tiny little dots in the black. You don't want them to all look the same. So obviously I've got a relatively fine brush. I do have a finer one yet, but I seem to be able to get in there with this one. Okay, so now we have, well, it's supposed to be flat brown, but I've got flat earth in there, which of course is a brown. So here's the difference. Here's the one that we've done the yellow ochre on over the orange brown, and then the flat brown, and here's what it looks like beforehand. So you can start to see how it's coming together. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to find my little narrow brush, and I'm going to try and put an even smaller line or dot on the brown area in the black area. Okay. See if we can. So that's what the leopard skin looks like. I'll do the other side, and then I'll pause the camera while I figure out how to do the outside, because I actually haven't worked that out yet. So I'll have a look at that. So I'll carry on and do the other side. But that's actually how you do the leopard pattern. Once again, it's actually not hard. It doesn't have to be hard to actually be good. It's just you need a wee bit of a steady hand. and you don't want all these black dots and things and lines and squiggles to look the same. Actually missed a brown bit in there. Right, so that's the other side. So that's actually how to do the leopard pattern on your horses. So I hope that was helpful. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we're back again, and what I'm going to do is Villaggio Iraqi sand, and we're just going to paint around the edge of the pelt. We're going to paint all down there. We're not going to paint the tail, not that bit there. We're going to paint from about there to there. So this is like our base coat. So hopefully this works, because I'm just making it up as I go. There's not much there, so we're just going to paint a smidge in there. Underneath. A little bit more water in there. So it flows a smidge better. Am I still in the picture? Only just. Only just. So the thing is, I'm busy looking down. Trying to see where I'm at. So I based my horses and everything on this cardboard instead of bottle top lids or other kind of lids. I just want it easy to maneuver it around and to get where I need to go. If you watch enough of my videos, you'll see that every now and again I lose a hold of it and it goes flying. But the majority of the time it works really quite well. Sorry, I'm not going to move them further and further away. So I've put some wee blobs of white paint out, ready to mix into the Villaggio sand. It's dark sand, I think. No, it's Iraqi sand. Sorry, the Villaggio's the paint colour. Losing it. I've been out tonight. I've only just got home and trying to get back into it. Trying to keep these videos flowing along. Okay, so that is our first coat. I just want to get a good base coat there. If you can see the black paint coming through from below, you know you've thinned it down just a little bit too much. Okay, so there we have the Iraqi sand on it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mix, I would say, I don't know, about 25% white into it. And I'm actually going to spin around to the other side because it will be slightly drier. We're just going to start highlighting some of the raised bits. Once again, we've moved off to the side. So whenever I'm doing these wee techniques that I've got, these are obviously just ones that I've worked on for myself. I've picked up a lot of this one from the, what is it called, Painting War magazines. A brilliant series of magazines. I've got about 4 of their books now. Just made a little mistake there, which I'm going to have to tidy up later. What I like about the Painting War magazines is they give you the amounts to use, and it's generally Villaggio paint. Sometimes there's a Citadel one, and there's the odd other paint that they put in there, but the majority of them are paints that I've got on hand. I must admit I bought a few, a bit much, the other day, just to top up some of the paints that I didn't have. But this leopard skin that I've just done, other than what I'm doing now, is all in the Painting the French magazine. Okay, so we're up to that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix another 25% in. I might actually mix about 30% in. A little bit of water. So in the end I've actually probably mixed about 35% more. So obviously we painted it Iraqi sand, mixed 25% white into that for the next paint, and then I've taken that paint and I've now mixed about another 35% white into that. So it's not going to be a huge difference, but it will just give more depth for your eye just to look at. So some of the techniques that I'm working on here, I'm kind of looking forward to also using on the front rank French that I'll end up doing. For like the hussars and things like that. So. And obviously you can just continue to add white in and layer it up. The reason I didn't paint his boot first is just for that one reason, is I thought it might be a bit hard to not get a little bit of paint on him, and I finally managed to. But I'm probably going to leave it at this. Usually when I'm painting I don't go past about four layers. Just on the odd thing I do 4 layers, but most things are 3. Right, and I've left it the original colour underneath the paw there, and there's actually another bit in there just underneath in here. I'm going to have to paint with the original dark colour, but we'll just leave that till later. So that is my leopard skin. So hopefully that that helped you. Let me know what you think. What I'll do on the tail here is I'll probably use a little bit of dark grey, and then I'll mix a little bit of white into that. Actually, where is my dark grey? Should we just do it? Let's just do it, shall we? Oh, dark grey. It's very dark grey. Let's go down to... Actually, I will do it in the dark grey instead of black, and I'll leave that, but I'll end up actually, I'm going to paint it the same as I did in here with the dot. So I'm going to use the flat earth to just finally highlight in there, and you'll see that in the photos in the end. So I hope you're enjoying these wee tutorials that I'm doing, because I am. So cheers guys.